Hey, soul survivors. I want to talk about the lesson that we're supposed to learn. I have a lot of viewers who are on their healing journey. They're doing great. They're trying to understand the narcissist. But once you get to the point where you understand what was going on, that we need to remember that we have to take the lesson from it. The lesson is not necessarily all about what a narcissist is. We have to do work on ourselves. So a lot of times we get into that reactive abuse. So it adds fuel to the fire. So we can learn how not to add fuel to the fire, but we also have to realize that we need to set up better boundaries, whether it's the way that we word it. I see a lot of people, um, whether it's a narcissist or an empath, that once it gets to that toxic stage, that there's a lot of hurt feelings. When people are hurt, they don't comprehend things the same way. A lot of things about relationships are perspective. Now, there are narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths out there that purposely want to use you. And then there are narcissists who feel they're good people. They do certain things, they help out, they do this, they do that, they have relationships. But the toxic part is what destroys people. So the narcissist is already hurt. They're thinking things in a whole different way. It's almost like thinking in reverse. They're seeing things as personal attacks, even when you're trying to be kind. They're assuming things that didn't happen. They're gaslighting because of their low self-esteem, that they're trying to protect themselves. And a lot of times people just want to be heard. So I see sometimes when the narcissist does try, they're misunderstood, or we feel sometimes that we need to be heard too. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be heard. But I have some viewers who are telling me about their healing journey and understanding the narcissist, and saying that they can recognize the red flags, but they're not telling me what the lesson was about them. So we didn't deserve the abuse, but I went to the gas station yesterday and I had my car running, and it's summer, it's nice and hot. So I thought I'd just keep my air conditioner on. And I was like, ooh, do I just keep the car running? Like, I'm really good about turning off my car, locking it, and then coming back out. But I had this thought pop in my head when I was about 17 years old. My best friend did that, where she had her car running, ran into the gas station, and she had her car stolen. So I had that thought in my head, and maybe it's like a mini power trip that we go on, and I'm like, no, I'm still gonna risk it. It's that silliness that pops in our head, and sometimes we get the voices in our head or the images warning us. So luckily everything turned out okay, but hindsight's 2020. If it was stolen, I could have said, I knew not to do that. And we do that in relationships sometimes too, where we know what's wrong. And sometimes we get hurt, sometimes we don't. Sometimes my car might get stolen, sometimes it won't. But there are lessons. And I learned that's not a good idea to do that with your car, but I still did it. And then I get back on track and I'm like, I can't do that. It's not worth the risk. And uh, there's another thing I wanted to say, that, uh, if let's say we got beat up, there's a lesson in that. Did we deserve to get beat up? No. But the lesson is, so we didn't deserve the abuse. But maybe the lesson is, don't go in that neighborhood. Maybe the lesson is, take a buddy with you. Maybe the lesson is that we need to learn self-defense. So a lot of us are looking at the abuser. Why did they attack me? Why did they hurt me? I didn't deserve it. Why me? As opposed to, this is what I can do to protect myself. This is what I need to change. And I hope that analogy shows that you didn't deserve the abuse. You can sit there and analyze this person. You can understand why they did it. We can feel sorry for ourselves, but there is a lesson. And I hope you take that lesson to heart, because if you just understand the abuser, you it's kind of like self-pity. You didn't deserve it. So you are feeling sorry for yourself because you didn't deserve it. But the lesson is one step further. A lot of my viewers are not taking it one step further. And that's a crucial, crucial step. How do we interact with people the right way? How do we, as far as setting boundaries? A lot of us, like one lady, she sees the red flags. There's this high value relationship thing, but a lot of these people are sharing their texts from their lover and stuff. So I see her, she has a point. He's already told her, that they used to date for like a year. They got intimate, had a relationship, and then she wanted more. So she already didn't set up what she wanted, and she was intimate with somebody who was just having fun. So she broke off. They kind of come back together and they're being really good friends. But she's like, they're having a good conversation. And then she's like, "What? You're right. We get along great. Why aren't we more?" And he's already told her. He's like, "I just like it when it's calm, cool, and collected." And so she's trying to understand. And then what was the word he said? "I understand," or something like that. Because she was saying all her feelings, and he's like, "I understand." But he kind of didn't really validate what she was going for. So then she says something, and he's like, "Oh, I get it. I'm being dismissed." So he feels dismissed. She feels dismissed. He started it. He did, in the wording, he was dismissing her. And so we see those red flags, and she's uncomfortable in the situation. She wants more. Either she can accept that they're just friends, or she said that, "I'm done texting for tonight." And that's when he said, "Oh, I'm being dismissed." And then she continues talking. So she's already saying, "I'm done talking," yet continues on with the discussion for quite a bit. And that's when they start seeing, like, "Oh, I can manipulate you." And he did. He just manipulated her with words. Plus, she didn't stick to what she said. So now he's going to take it as, she's easy. I could say whatever, and she's not going to stick to her guns. And that's the shift that happens. So she starts being needy, and he might not be her person, no matter how much she likes him or is attracted to him. Sometimes, the narcissists are all about themselves. He doesn't want a relationship. He wants to have it fun and easy. And there are people like that where they want to take what they can take. And if we allow them to take what they can take, they will. So they're not always narcissists. People, I mean, you think about like free food that's given out. People will take it, even if it's not one of their favorites. So if you want lasagna tonight, but you got free hot dogs, might as well just take the hot dog. It's easy, it's free, it's there, it's ready. Know your value. Know the lesson that is meant to be learned. Did you deserve it? No. But maybe this is God's way or the universe's way of protecting you. Think about being beat up. It was a lesson you needed to learn. Maybe next time you keep going down that area, you're going to get shot or killed or really hurt. That maybe it is protective, and it was a wake-up call. So maybe the pain that we have suffered is a lot less than what we would have if we continue. Keep going down that neighborhood, or take the lesson. It was a painful lesson. Some lessons are painful. We didn't deserve it. But take the lesson. It is a protective lesson. I hope that was helpful. And one-on-ones are available. Topic requests are always welcome. Get the conversation going, and I'll see you soon.